I was wondering if Justin Gaethje has any chance against Charles Oliveira, and the fact is, in my opinion, he does have a bit of a chance. The chance that he has is if the fight is standing, because if you look at Charles Oliveira in the first round is when he's most vulnerable. Now, don't get it twisted, he does have good striking skills himself, and his striking has developed quite a lot. Obviously, his bread and butter is his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and his grappling, but his striking has developed to some extent. But in terms of pure, if I was to put my money on how Charles Oliveira could win this fight, you would think it's to do with his grappling and his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu skills. But apart from that, the only way he can actually win, for Justin Gaethje to win this fight, is he's going to have to outstrike him. That's the only way that he's got any hope of actually beating him. And the fact is, the first round, he's actually got a hope of doing it, because the fact is, from the first round, Charles Oliveira is a little bit vulnerable. I mean, we've seen it in the Michael Chandler fight. Michael Chandler almost finished him in the first round. Also in the fight against Dustin Poirier had a few of his moments as well. For some reason, Dustin Poirier just did not perform the way I thought he would have done. I think the moment got to him. I mean, for some reason, there's something about Dustin Poirier. I'm probably going to make a separate video about this, but when it comes to world title fights, he just doesn't seem to perform. Obviously, he won the interim title, but I meant when he actually fought for the actual title, I know he's going in there against the prime Charles Oliveira, who's a formidable fighter, but in terms of his performance, I just don't think he was as good as it should have been. For the level that he's been at the fighters that he's beaten. I mean, I think he should have done a lot better, in my opinion. It's obviously easy for me to say that. I'm just sitting at home, comfortable, watching the fight, and I'm saying that he should have done this and he should have done that. He's the one that's actually facing the pressure of fighting, so it's easy for me to say it. But I just think he didn't perform as good as he should have done in that fight. I'm probably gonna make a separate video talking about that. The fact is, though, like in terms of Charles Oliveira, Justin Gaethje's chance of winning that fight, the best chance that he's got of winning a fight against the likes of Charles Oliveira is the first round, because that's when Charles Oliveira is most vulnerable. I think it takes him a round or two to figure out what he wants to do with an opponent, and to get his rhythm going and get his range going and get him put himself in a position where he can actually exploit a fighter's weakness. It takes him a bit of time to actually figure that out, and the time that it takes him, it's actually perfect for him to actually that's the perfect opportunity for Justin Gaethje to exploit it. Because say what you want about Justin Gaethje, the guy does hit very hard. I mean, you saw what he done to Tony Ferguson. You saw the way he dropped Michael Chandler several times. I mean, it shows like the guy's a vicious puncher, one of the most vicious punchers in the sport. I mean, to make a fighter like who's crazy like what's his name, Tony Ferguson, to even think about quitting shows you how hard this guy hits. I mean, we all saw it when Tony Ferguson started shaking his head and thinking, nah man, this is not what I signed up for. When he made someone like Tony Ferguson, who never quits, and he didn't quit in that fight. Obviously the referee waved it off, but you can see that he was on the verge of quitting because of how hard he was getting hit. I don't think Tony Ferguson has ever been hit that hard from a striking perspective. He's been dropped plenty of times, he's been hurt plenty of times, but in terms of getting hit so hard, that it makes you reevaluate what you want to do with your career. I don't think anyone has ever hit him that hard apart from Justin Gaethje. And obviously there was plenty of other factors involved. I think it's the fact that he was in a fight where he was in a difficult fight, but not only that, he had 2 weight cuts. There's plenty of factors that were involved that stopped him from fighting the way he should have fought. But the fact is, I don't think anyone has ever hit him that hard and made him really think about quitting the way Justin Gaethje did. And the fact is, the reason why he can do that is because he hits so bloody hard. His right hand is vicious, his uppercuts are vicious. I mean, all of his punches generate a lot of power, and I think if he can catch Justin Gaethje, Charles Oliveira, in the first couple of rounds, he can make him think about that. He can make him answer them hard questions and think in his head, do I really want to be in there against this guy who hits this hard? And the fact is, Charles Oliveira has quit in the past. He has. I mean, there's a reason why a lot of people used to doubt him, was because in the past he did quit. There was many times where it looked like he wasn't gonna pull out the goods. So from that perspective, I think it's not too inconceivable to think that that Justin Gaethje can't beat him. Of course he can beat him. I mean, there's a very strong chance that he could lose that fight. But there's been bigger upsets in the sports, and Justin Gaethje is a type of fighter who can change a fight with one punch. I mean, he has that ability to do that, and it's not like Michael Chandler didn't hit him and hurt him. Something that's happened in the past before. So Justin Gaethje does have a very good chance in this fight. Let's not get it twisted now. But I think overall, if I was to put my money on who would win that fight, I would have to put it to Charles Oliveira, because of the fact that lately he's been on a form. He really has been on a form. I mean, he doesn't get nowhere near the respect that he deserves in terms of his talent as a fighter. So yeah, so that's just my opinion about this. Tell me your opinion. Who do you think would win when they are going to fight each other? Do you think it's going to be Justin Gaethje, or do you think it's going to be Charles Oliveira? Tell me below, and like and subscribe to the channel. I've got a lot more content coming your way. Peace out.